Okay. Basically, we are discussing about Kuhn theory, and there are two main concepts in Kuhn theory. Number one is what? Arrival rate. What is arrival rate? That means in a particular unit of time, how many customers arrive for to take services, right? So basically, it is represented by lambda. It is represented by lambda. Lambda is what? The rate at which customer arrive at the service station is called arrival rate. If we're talking about the service rate, if we're talking about the service rate is represented by mu. The service rate is represented by mu. And what is service rate? The rate at which the service unit can provide service to the customer is called service rate. Now, first of all, we will understand the arrival rate. Arrival rate, right? For example, suppose this is a petrol pump, single machine petrol pump where only one person is going to fill petrol. And what happened? Morning 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Morning 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. A person is going to count that how many persons are coming to fill petrol in their car, right? So this is what, how many persons come or how many vehicles come to take petrol. Suppose that person count that 700 vehicles come for take petrol, including car as well as bike or scooter. That is what, total 700 vehicles, or we can say car, came to take petrol from this filling station in how many times? In 10 hours. In 10 hours. Why 10 hours? Because of morning 7 to evening 5 o'clock. So morning 7 to evening 5 o'clock, it's called, it's what, 10 hours. So in 10 hours, how many cars came to take petrol? That is 700. Car, bike, scooter, right? So what is arrival rate? So we can say on an average, there are 70 cars per hour arriving to take petrol. So this is what lambda, it is what arrival rate. I will repeat it again. What happened during 10 hours? During 10 hours, morning 7 to evening 5 p.m. During 10 hours, how many vehicle came to take petrol? That is say 700. Because of there is one person who is going to count that how many vehicles are coming. He just saying that 700 cars, bike or scooter came here to take petrol in 10 hours. So what is arrival rate? Suppose I am taking unit time is what? Hours. So in an hour, in a particular hour, in an hour, how many on an average vehicle coming? So 70 cars per hour, or we can say 70 car, bike or scooters are coming to take petrol. Right. So this is what arrival rate. This I'll take one more example. Say this is what a doctor's clinic. This is what a doctor clinic where doctor is sitting over here, right? And only one patient can meet to doctor at a time. And this is what waiting lounge. This is the waiting area, right? So what happened? A person is going to count here how many patients are coming, and doctor said morning 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock in the morning. That means he gave 4 hours for practice for to diagnose the problem of the patient, right? And the total patients came in 4 hours is what? Say 24 patients came to meet doctor. So what is arrival rate? So we can say arrival rate is 24 by 4. That means what we can say? 6 per hour is what? Arrival rate. 6 patient per hour is what? Arrival rate. Right. So similarly, we can think about bank, post office, ATM. The another way through which we can understand it, suppose somebody is saying on an average, on an average, there is a gap of 10 minutes. There is a gap of 10 minutes between arrival of two customers. That means there is on an average 10-minute gap. That means one customer came, on an average after 10 minutes another customer will come. On an average, it is not sure that each and every 10 minutes one per customer is coming. No, it might be possible one after one two customer came. It might be possible that next 30 minutes nobody is coming. But on an average, the gap between two customer arrival is what? 10 minutes. That is what? 10 minutes. So how many customer will arrive? How many customer will arrive in 1 hour? That is what, because of in an hour there are 60 minutes. On an average, there's a gap of 10 minutes. So we can say 6 customer per hour is what? Arrival rate. It's what? Arrival rate. So if we're talking about, you can calculate arrival rate on the basis of the total customer divided by time period, or you can calculate the arrival rate on the basis of the gap between two customers. Right. So this is what the way through which we can calculate the arrival. Right. The next is what? Is service rate. What is service rate? Now I'm talking about the service rate. For example, I found that in first car, the filler will take 3 minutes, yeah, 4 minutes to fill the petrol in car. That means the car arrived, he opened the nozzle, he started filling the petrol, and within 4 minutes, he filled the petrol and take payment. That means that car is free from service. Right. Okay. If I'm talking about the second number, bike is coming, then what happened? It will take 2 minutes. Right. Third car, it takes 10 minutes. That means what happened? I have a time to give spend on a particular vehicle. The time which filler is going to spend on a particular vehicle, I have that. Suppose I am taking only these three vehicle, 4, 2, 10, and fourth vehicle will take 2 minutes. Fifth vehicle will take 3 minutes. Right. So what happened? The total time spent on filling petrol is what? 4 plus 2, that is 6, 6 plus 10, 16, 16 plus 2, 18, 18 plus 3, that is what? 21 minute. 21 minute, right? And in how many cars? That is what? 5 cars. So basically what? 21 divided by 5 is what? 4.2. Right. So what happened? The 4.2 minute will spend on a particular vehicle on an average. On an average, the filler is going to spend 2.2 minutes on an average on a particular vehicle. In that case, if we're talking about in an hour, that means 60 minutes. In 60 minutes, how many car or bike or scooter he can fill the petrol? That is divided by 4.2. This is what? 40 divided by 4.60 divided by 4.2. So it become 14.28. 14.28 is a service rate. That means that filler can fill 14 scooter or bike uh, he gives service to 14 scooter or bikes in an hour, right? Or we can say a doctor is going to spend 3 minutes to diagnose a problem. That means in 3 minutes, on an average, it gives 3 minutes to diagnose a problem. So how many patient he can be free in an hour? That means 60 divided by 3 is what? 20 patient. He can free 20 patient in an hour. It is what? Service rate. And service rate is denoted by mu. Right. So arrival rate is what? 6 per hour. Service rate is what? 20 per hour. Right. So basically what happened, on the basis of language of the question, we have to identify the arrival rate and service rate. Right. I'm going to read certain questions from the book, and you have to understand what I mean to say, what I want to explain it. For example, at a certain petrol pump. You just listen me carefully. I am going to elaborate and explain each and everything. You just listen me carefully. At a certain petrol pump, customer arriving according to Poisson process. You just ignore what is Poisson process, what is exponential process. You are not just to give focus on this part. At a certain petrol pump, customer arrive according to Poisson process with average time of 5 minutes between arrival. Average time of 5 minutes between arrival. That means what exactly happening? The thing is that the average time between arrival is what? 5 minutes. Okay, that means the gap between two person is what? 5 minutes. So service rate is what? Arrival rate is what? Just tell me the arrival rate. If 5 minutes is a gap between two arrival, that means in an hour, in 60 minutes, how many customer can come? How many customer can come? That is what? 12 customers. So arrival rate is what? 12. So we can say the arrival rate, that means lambda is equals to 12 per hour. So I got one information, that is what? Lambda. Now read the complete statement. The service time is exponentially distributed. Just ignore exponentially distributed. I am focusing on arrival rate and service rate, right? It doesn't matter if it is exponential or Poisson. The service time is exponentially distributed with mean 2 minutes. That means on an average, I'm going to give service in 2 minutes. If on an average I can give services in 2 minutes, that means in an hour I can free how many customers? That is 30. Because of I'll take 2 minutes to give services. So 60 divided by 2 is what? 30 customers per hour I can give services. On an average, the 5 minute, the gap of 5 minutes between arrivals. So 60 divided by 5 is equals to what? 12 per hour is what? Service rate. So it is what? Arrival rate, and this is what? Service rate. Remember one thing, that arrival rate is always less than service rate. The lambda is always less than mu, right? Otherwise, or max to max less than equals to mu. If lambda is more than mu, what happened? The length of queue is continuously increasing. You are not able to provide services to your all customers. The queue will increase one after or coming days or hours, right? So what happened? Lambda is always lesser or equals to mu. So in this case, lambda is what? 12 per hour, and mu is what? 30 per hour. The one another most important thing is what? The unit time is always same. That means what? This is what? Per hour, and per hour the unit time must be same. It is not like this ki lambda is what? 12 per day, or service rate is what? 1 per hour. That means the unit, if lambda is per day, That means service rate is also per day. If lambda is per hour, then service rate is also must be per hour. That means unit of time must be same. Otherwise, we cannot solve the problem. So ultimately, the purpose of reading this question is what? Finding the value of lambda and finding the value of mu. Once we calculate the value of lambda and value of mu, we can plan our queue system. We can think and take decisions on the basis of our queue system, that we have to start further next server or not, or we have to stop it or not, right? So this is what I'm going to read one more question so that you have to understand it carefully. The postmaster of a post office think that during working hours customer use telephone in every 5 minutes. The customer use telephone in every 5 minutes. In every 5 minutes, a customer is using telephone. That means in an hour, how many customer will use telephone? That is what lambda. That means customer arrive and using telephone, and every 5 minutes customer is using telephone. That means 60 divided by 5 is what? 12 per hour is what? Arrival rate, right? And what happened? An average length of phone call. The phone call is done by a customer. The on an average length, or we can say average length of phone call is 4 minutes. That means a customer arrive and he call on any number, and on an average he talked for 4 hours, 4 minutes. Sorry, for 4 minutes. That means how many calls we can make in an hour? That is 60 divided by 4 is what? 15. So basically mu is equals to 15 per hour. Mu is equals to what? 15 per hour. So this is what uh, service rate, and this is what arrival rate. So this is very important. You have to very much careful while you are going to identify the service rate and arrival rate. And remember this thing, that service rate is always greater than arrival rate. The service rate is always greater than arrival rate. This is very important. Now, once you calculate the service rate and arrival rate, then the examiner is going to ask question to you. And those questions are related to your queue system. And in our syllabus, which we are studying, there is one important thing that we are talking about. We are talking about single server and single queue. That means we are talking about single server and single queue, right? So if we're talking about, suppose there are multiple server, there are multiple server and single queue. For example, barber shop, barber shop. What happened in barber shop? There is only single queue, and there are three chairs to take haircut. And what happened when any one person of these three is free, the first person who are in waiting line, he can sit over there. So this is called multiple server single queue. Multiple server and single queue. If we're talking about another system, that system is what? Multiple server and multiple queue. Multiple server and multiple queue, right? If we're talking about the McDonald, if we're talking about the reservation system, if we're talking about the big branch of bank, you can see, if we're talking about the petrol pump also, you can see there are multiple server and multiple queue. Every filling point, there is a different queue, right? So this is what, but we are not going to discuss multiple server, multiple queue. We are not going to discuss multiple server, single queue. What we are focusing on this part, that is what single server and single queue, right? It is in our syllabus. So you just keep in mind that we are focusing on single server and single queue. Now, what type of question are going to ask in examination? I am going to discuss few things. That is, number one is what? The questions related to probability. The questions related to probability. Questions related to probability. Probability, or we can say proportion, or we can say ratio, yes or no? Or we can say percentage. These are all same thing: probability, proportion, ratio, percentage, right? And what are those caution? If we're talking about the number one formula, that is what? P is equals to lambda upon mu. This is formula number one. You have to remember this formula. Now question arise, when you will use this formula, right? So there are different languages which examiner may ask. Like, number one is what? Utilization ratio. Utilization ratio. If examiner asking what is the utilization ratio, that means he is asking about the P, that is probability. The system is how much we are utilizing, how much we are utilizing. He may ask in another technique, that traffic intensity. Traffic traffic intensity. Traffic intensity. Or he may ask what is the probability that a customer arrive and he has to wait for service. That is what? A customer arrive and he has to wait for service. What is the meaning of it? That means, suppose I am going to a ATM. When I reach ATM, there is already one person who is going to withdraw some cash or depositing some cash, right? That means system server is busy. System is busy. In that case, I have to wait. So what is the probability? The thing is what? What is the probability? The examiner is asking probability, and probability is related to what? That system is busy. Probability related to what? That system is busy, right? The next is what? Next is probability that system is busy. He may directly ask this, what is the problem is busy? He may directly ask utilization ratio. He may directly ask traffic intensity. Whatever he will ask, the formula remains same, that is P is equals to lambda upon mu. And what is lambda? Lambda is arrival rate, which we already calculated. Mu is what? Average service rate, which we have calculated. So ultimately what happened? P is equals to lambda upon mu. Now I'm going to discuss another formula, that is what? P naught. Formula number two. Formula number two is what? P naught. P naught is basically 1 minus P. Or we can say P naught is equals to 1 minus lambda upon mu. 1 minus lambda upon mu. It is what? P naught. If examiner is asking, what he is asking? Probability that system is idle. Probability that system is idle. Idle means system is empty. Or we can say probability that system is empty. Probability that there is no queue. If there is no queue, that means what? We are availing the service directly, right? Or we can say he may ask what is the probability that a customer arrive and directly avail services. A customer arrive and directly avail services. What happened? Suppose I visit any ATM. When I reach over there, I found there is nobody. Iska matlab what happened? I will go and directly avail services. And when it's possible? When system is free, there is no customer, right? So this is what? Probability that system is idle, empty, there is no customer. There is no customer, right? So I will make it more clear. That means there is no customer, right? Or we can say the probability that a customer arrive and directly avail services. So today you just keep these two formula in your mind. Formula number one is what? Probability that system is busy, and number two is what? Probability that system is idle, right? So don't scribbling, please, I request you. So what happened? With the help of this formula, we can easily calculate uh, the probability of system is free and probability that system is busy. We will continue the rest of the formula in next lecture, right, all of you?